Well, welcome back to another gameplay of Rue Valley. We're gonna jump right in. But just a quick recap because I know there is a gap between when I upload the episode. I believe we had experienced a few loops, and then we were starting to learn more about the town. We met a few characters, and so we started to investigate more about what's happening in the character in the town. We've surface level stuff, and so I think today my goal is to get through as many things as possible so that the loops are not as long. Hopefully. So let's get started.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Mm. Never really interacted with this dude. Let's see if I can get some information out of him. Oh, I should actually be reading this for you guys. Could you help me make sense of a dream I had? The doctor raises his left eyebrow, seemingly intrigued at your question. Perhaps it's better to do it during tomorrow's session as a comparative analysis requires time that we won't have it in right now. Don't worry, I might forget some of the details if you wait until tomorrow. Please, doctor, it will surely help me fall asleep tonight if I unload the burden before I go to bed again. Well, I guess we can at least make a start today, focusing on the most vivid aspect, and we'll continue with a deeper explanation tomorrow. Exploration tomorrow. All right, please go ahead and share your dream. Share the dream about checking out of the motel. Okay. And that's when I woke up very thirsty. 2 minutes has passed. Dr. Fink nods his head, looking at you intensely. Thank you for sharing it with me, Mr. Harrow. The suitcase, the struggle with the checkout forms, and the malfunctioning vending machine, they all seem to be significant. Would you like to share your thoughts on any of them? So, we have two options. The suitcase was supposed to be simple, just my things, but it felt alive. The checkout form was impossible to fill out. The more I tried, the more it consumed. I was so thirsty, but the vending machine just took out my money and gave nothing back again and again. I feel like we should go with this one. What does it mean for a suitcase to feel alive? It jerked like something was inside trying to get out, like it was breathing. I think something was trying to get out. It was the snakes were trying to get out, obviously. And when it opened, your belongings had become snakes. What does that transformation suggest to you? They weren't my things anymore. They were free. My things were gone and replaced by something else. I think replaced by something else. I don't want to say they weren't my things anymore. And your first instinct was to slam the lid shut to contain it. Why not just leave it there? Leave it. What if someone else saw it? It looked dangerous. That's why I closed it. Really? And why did you shove it under the bed then? I'm not gonna say anything. So actually, that was the only option the game gave me. And I choose to do that. So I'm gonna say nothing. Mr. Arrow, there's no shame in your reaction. You responded instantly to a perceived threat in the way that felt most natural to you, which is for him is to hide things, I believe. Containment is a familiar strategy, but when we consistently choose to bury our problems rather than fix them, we are merely postponing confrontation, which I just assumed again. For those of you who don't know watching this, I have a psychology background. So the checkout form. Now let's touch upon other elements of your dream. The checkout form was impossible to fill out. The form I tried, the more ink. So we're gonna go to all of them actually, so which is great. What do you think the form represents in the process of leaving? It's just a formality. It's proof that I was here, that I'm done. I don't. think you were done. I think you were trying to escape. I don't think he was done. Um, I think it was a formality. Well, in the process of leaving, I'm gonna say that's what actually means in the ink. What does it mean that it spread and ruined your writing? It was like my own hand was betraying me. It felt like something was sabotaging me. Um, well, I think that's what it felt like to him. I don't think that his hand was betraying him. I think this is what it felt like to him. So naturally, you snatch another form and set it over, but even on the new form, the ink seeped through it. What does that tell you? That it's hopeless, the system is broken, that I always mess it up no matter what. What would it feel for him? I wonder. He does have a problem with the system. I mean, he's made comments about it. I think when he talked, when we tried to talk with the girl in the first interaction with her, the first part, his consciousness had like, or I guess monologue had referenced the system about like how they should lock up people. I didn't choose that one, but it was mentioned there. So clearly he has some anger there, but I don't know what he would choose in that sense. But if there was sabotage, I feel like he would blame himself to some extent. But nevertheless, you continued writing on a form that was already ruined. Why not just leave it? I had to. It's the rules. You can't just leave. It wouldn't be over. It would be like I was never really here. What would I choose? I don't think he already broke the rules. That's why he's here. I don't think. I don't think that's what he would care about. Because we chose. It's proof that I was here. That I'm done. So I'm gonna choose that. You felt compelled to complete a process that was by that point utterly meaningless. You wrote in black on black, a perfect metaphor for an empty gesture. What I hear is a man who needs to be able to tell himself, I did everything I was supposed to, even when your action had no effect. The performance of the task itself was crucial. It allows you to confirm a fatalistic conclusion that you always mess it up and the outcome was inevitable from the start. But let's move on to another symbol for now. I think that's a good conclusion, actually. How did it feel to be promised relief of a basic need and then consistently denied it? Frustrating, it felt like a stupid, cruel joke. It was maddening, like the machine was taunting me. I was thirsty, but the vending machine just took my money and gave me nothing back again and again. We have two choices. Frustrating, it felt like a stupid, cruel joke. It was maddening, like the machine was taunting me. Being denied something consistently. Feel like for him, probably be this. And yet your response was to insert another coin, then another. What were you hoping would change? I thought maybe this time it would just work. It had to eventually. What was I supposed to do? It was the only machine there. I think that's logical. You continue the same action with the same tool, expecting a different result. I mean, yeah, that's we know what that means. Why not stop? Why not walk away and find water somewhere else? And I admit I wasted all that money and I wasted all money that it was the only option available. It wasn't. There was an ice box. It just because we read the pamphlet, they mentioned you could get free water, but he tried to buy the water. I don't know why he just couldn't try to get free water. I don't know. Seems like you'd rather exhaust yourself in a battle you know you're already losing than disengage and admit the strategy is flawed. You become so focused on getting what you deserved that your real goal to quench your thirst was completely forgotten. This is the there's kind of denial, Mr. Arrow, because it masquerades as perseverance. You are convincing yourself that sheer stubbornness is a virtue, but it actually is hiding from the fact that your chosen solution is broken. The doctor's gaze pierces through your soul. Now, let us consider the dream as a whole. In each scenario, you encountered an obstacle, and in each, you chose a similar path. When faced with a terrifying truth, you chose to contain it. When faced with a futile process, you chose to complete the empty ritual. When faced with a broken solution, you chose to reach it. The common thread here is not the nature of the obstacles, but your reflexive response to them. Your subconscious is illustrating the very strategies you use to avoid confronting what is truly troubling you. You have absolutely no idea what's truly troubling me, Dr. Fick. I'm not avoiding anything. I'm doing what needs to be done. I think that should be his response in this case, not this. I think that serves nothing. And that is the heart of the issue. These needs to be done actions have consistently failed to resolve anything. You are treating the symptoms while ignoring the illness. Just so you guys know, the reason why I'm choosing these responses because I don't know what the goal of the game is in the sense, but we know he's here because he did something that that forced him to get therapy. He's here because he was mandated to get therapy. And so I'm going to assume that part of the game is for him to heal and make it back home. And so I'm motivated to get him through that process outside of the sort of the time loop thing. And so I'm going to make choices that lead him to get there. As I'm not a practicing psychologist. I'm not a counseling psychologist, but I do have a psychology degree, a master in psychology. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to get him there. I cannot tell what specific burdens you carry, but I can see the weight of them and your steadfast refusal to admit they exist. That refusal is the one problem that makes all others impossible to address. Until you can face that, you will remain stuck, endlessly performing what you believe needs to be done without ever addressing what actually needs to be done. He pauses for a moment. Tell me, have you considered that the incident, the one that led you here, wasn't some isolated random event, but the result of built-up tensions? That's irrelevant. I won't talk about the incident. This analysis was a waste of time. Again, this option is not useful to us to what we want to gain out of this whole analysis. So I'm not going to choose it. I ask you to make sense of the dream, not to diagnose me. I need a solution for the loop, not a lecture about how my own mind is the problem. But if we choose that, he has no clue what the loop is at this point, right? Like, that's also confrontational. Like, this is like not helpful. He still refuses to talk about the problem. This is a worse option in my sense, in my perspective. I think obviously at some point we're gonna uncover this. I'm actually gonna choose this one instead of this one because the loop thing this is too, I think this is too harsh. I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah, because I'm sure he will be able to diffuse that. Your refusal to even entertain the possibility that your mind is trying to show you something the very wall you keep crashing into. Oh, there we go. We gained something to do. You will either find it in you to admit this, or things are not going to get better. Not here, and certainly not out there. Hopefully, whatever we just got is something that we can work through, and it's something that has to do with his story. And so hopefully we uncover why we're here, which I actually want to know. He glances at the clock. I think it's time for us to leave.
You should go and check in at the office. Your room.
Okay, cool. I like that. That was a fruitful conversation. Only 2 minutes passed. I questioned that 2 minute, but okay. I actually like that. Okay, so we can actually remember that we learned how to fix this. So I think we can fix that actually. this time around. Looks at you
Sure.
suspiciously.
Give it a go.
The machine stirs to life with a low resonant hum. Its internal mechanism clicking into place, awakened by your input. The display reads insert coin. Pa-pa-pam. Again, we know. Hand her the stimming cup. Hopefully, you
What?
can have a
Nice.
conversation.
I don't know how you figured it out, but thank you so much.
She takes one long sip from the plastic cup and savors the moment. As you don't say anything, she soon interrupts the silence.
Here.
He raises the cup as if making
To
a
strangers
toast.
fixing machines.
Oh, you get all
Speaking
the
of
inspiration
strangers,
again.
I'm Riley.
We know her name. Eugene, nice to meet you.
So, first session? Me?
Miles?
No, I live here. I mean, in Rue Valley, not in the motel.
Pauses, then looks at you mischievously.
So, how was it?
I don't subscribe to the idea of therapy. I believe in hard work. Well, I've been told it's for my own good, so that's not what you say to carry a conversation.
I'm sorry it happened. On the other hand, kind of glad it did. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here in the middle of nowhere.
She winks as if she's not supposed to say it out loud.
What'd you do?
Did a stupid thing or two during last New Year's Eve. Nothing to worry about. I'm out as soon as I finish my sessions. Again, building rapport.
Oh boy.
He whistles.
Well, I hope Dr. Fink helps you figure it out soon. Not that I have any personal experience with therapy. I only ever go during our mandatory assessments.
So he also did something that required her to have mentor.
My brother, though, he used to visit Dr. Fink daily for quite some time. And trust me, I saw him getting better and better as the months went by. Until he quit. He had a minor disagreement with Dr. Fink regarding some of his, beliefs. But other than that, therapy really helped him get on his feet again. But enough about that.
She puts on an uneasy smile.
So, how do you like the motel? Met the crew yet?
Just Robin, the receptionist. You make it sound like dozens of people working here. I assume Dr. Finn isn't part of the crew. Just Robin.
There's also Uncle Ben. He's the owner. And Robin's father.
So, getting more information.
Aunt Anita was around until a year or two ago, but she's not a part of the place anymore.
Uncle and aunt. Are you related to them?
No, it's just that I lived here for a while. A long time ago, to be precise.
I am keeping an eye on the clock because I believe on like 8:12 to 8:15, that guy upstairs, that's in Unit 5, he heads down to talk to Robin. And then he heads south. He heads south on a bike or something. And we need to catch him. We need to talk to him before then because I think the woman at I don't remember her name, the woman at is it Maxine, potentially? The woman at the gas station had talked about him, that he was there, like at some point in the day he was there. And I think Robin had said the same thing because he had asked her to like iron his shirt or something. So we need to talk to him to get more information. So I need to catch him before he heads out. So hopefully this conversation wraps up. Because we'll try to get to him before we check out. Well, check in, actually, sorry.
The Flemings took me and my brother in after we lost everything. They became like family to us.
You lost everything? How come?
We lost our mom in a house fire, and her dad had passed before that, so... Yeah, anyway, Uncle Ben was like a father to us. Still is in some ways. He's a little quirky, but he's got a good heart. Robin, too. I guess what I want to say is, you're in good hands here.
Okay, we can't hear... I hate that, like, we're cynical in this sense because we have a really good conversation and our only response, all of our responses are cynical responses.
Come on, line up.
Have you ever seen the sky suddenly turns red in these parts?
You mean when there's a rocket launch?
What? He looks at your face, noticing the confusion.
You must have heard of Coral Destiny, right?
Mm, have we? I don't recall. Would the pamphlet had mentioned that? The only thing I remember from the plantation was that water. Was there talk about water? It was always about water. Maybe it mentioned it. I don't remember. Oh, goodness.
Well, Coral Destiny operates a spaceport not too far from here. And when there's a rocket launch, you can see the whole sky ablaze with this mesmerizing red hue, like a portal to another world. Even from here, it looks amazing. And your timing couldn't be more perfect. There's a launch scheduled for tonight at 8:45.
Oh, it happened. The loop happened at 8:47. Could the two be related?
Unless... Oh, they may call it off because of the storm, but I doubt it.
So there's a storm. There are two things that may happen that may cause the sleep. There's supposed to be a launch at 8:45, but then there's also a storm. So she looks toward the dark clouds gathering on the horizon. Are you going to watch it?
Not this time. I have other plans.
So we know she does head to the gas station. I wonder where she, because then at some point she leaves the gas station. I wonder where she heads.
Well, this was fun and all, but gotta go. Thanks for the coffee.
She turns around and leaves. Okay, 8:08. That's good. That's great timing. We should have enough time to head to... Okay. Head to upstairs. Is that potentially the bike that this dude had his name? Okay, let's try to talk to this dude first. Miss Jason Burns. That's what it was. His name was. Yes. Oh, it doesn't give me anything. No, what was it called? The mind map or something? Maybe I have that one again. So we have this. Ben Fleming. The owner of the motel is named Ben. He doesn't seem to be around here. He is the father of the receptionist. A new character, Robin Fleming. So the new information we find out is that her father's name is Ben. Okay. So Riley is we know now her name is Riley. Ben raised her and is like a father to her. The rocket launch. I won't look at these yet because I think these are actual things we can do. 8:47, Coral Destiny launches a rocket into space. It seems that launches like this happen often around here. It's doubtful it has anything to do with the time loop, and it's nothing more than a coincidence. And then Cold Destiny, mentions of Cold Destiny Space Agency are prominent all around here. I'm going to try to see if I can get the pamphlet again from the, whatever it's called, the desk. Can I? Oh, actually, let's wrap this up. Because this is complete. That was the attention. That's not completed. And then I think we got an intention that has to do with us, potentially. If I'm not mistaken. I don't see it though. Okay, I actually don't see it. Maybe there was something though. The incident, there is. The door slides shut slowly, so slowly, and the world narrows to this metal box. You had to leave the apartment and go down to the corner door as you haven't eaten all day. The tiny cabin amplifies the fact you haven't showered in a week. I think this is his backstory, potentially, about what led him here. Yes, it's disgusting, but there's just no time for any of it. You have to finish the article. The deadline was impossible from the start, and you took it anyway because it's good money, meaning you could maybe finally work on your own script next month and prove to everybody you are still an artist, not just a content mill soon to be replaced by AI. Is he a journalist of some sort or a writer? Well, he writes, we know that. I've been telling myself that I will work on my script next month for years. So maybe he has writer's block of some sort. The elevator begins its descent, but then stops abruptly just one floor below, Mr. Gable's floor. She had brought you soup when you first moved in, and you'd seen her in the hall last week. Pretended you were on the phone just to avoid the concern in her eyes. You couldn't handle the kindness. Something had happened to him then. You didn't bring the phone this time though, as you only plan a quick visit to the store, but the door doesn't open on the floor anyway. Instead, the elevator changes its mind and starts going up. But upon reaching your floor again, it halts and immediately heads back down, the door never opening. What kind of sorcery is this? At Mrs. Gable's floor, the elevator reverses course once again. Without your phone, there's only one option. Panic? Not yet. Try the emergency call button first. You might press the button. Expect a call with somebody, but instead a recorded static-filled voice announces that maintenance was notified of elevator malfunction and will be there within an hour. An hour, the deadline is in 3. And the article is still a mess. The salad of words you've written and deleted a dozen times, every word a testament to your incompetence, every sentence a fraud's confession. So he is a journalist, or yeah, is definitely not an author, but a journalist. But it was not always like this. You had more than enough shining moments during your diverse content writer career. Remember? Maybe a blog writer, but he's definitely not someone who writes books. Seems like it. The poignant copy of Forrest celebrated in a minimalist hat campaign for a foreign brand. Oh, so we have to pick what our career was. Sorry, what our writing career was or something. Hundreds of authentic 5-star reviews for a luxury hotel chain. The entire launch campaign from blog posts to social media for the now iconic Nom Night. Back then was still known as Nom Night. A fabricated profile of a reclusive film auteur that became the definitive piece of their creative process, a deeply researched product launch white paper for now. Okay. Sorry, I've been talking a lot, so my throat is not the happiest. So, I think there was a reference of some music scene in the first episode, and he seems like he was really into music. And this Nom Night, I think it's a club of some sort. I'm gonna go with that one since it's been referenced in the game already. It's between that or this one. I'm going to go with this. I don't know. Alum 4 investigating piece on the hidden art of watchmaking for a prestigious men's magazine that won a minor industry award. Ghostwriting a CEO's thought leadership column that was syndicated across 3 major business platforms, a series of immersive travel logs on the vanishing iron wave clubs of Great City for a cultural website, the witty and incisive weekly column on urban loneliness for a popular online magazine that developed a cult following, rebranding a game about isolation and existential dread as a lighthearted comedy about personal flaws, using a meme-fueled campaign, ordering the technical documentation for a subscription service known as for its intentionally confusing cancellation process. I think this one. A series on elevator safety for an engineering digest that was later cited in a national safety guideline. Elevator safety, that's it. I know how to fix this. Right, the gig was from years back, but you research it like a pro. Don't know how it works. There should be wiring behind the interior access panel, and if you access it, you may be able to manually reset the elevator. I don't like how this is going. I have a bad feeling about this. Jam your apartment key into the edge of the control panel. The plastic creaks, then splinters. The panel swings open, revealing a tangle of delicate wires, blue and green, carrying the disturbed machine's life current. Slice through the green and blue wires with your apartment key. The wires offer no resistance. As if made of silk, the elevator stops, and for a single weightless second, you feel like a winner. But a red light on the panel starts flashing, followed by a sharp, piercing alarm. The machine is not crying for help, but announcing to the world, here he is inside me, a vandal over to a terrorist. Oh, panic begins to coil in your gut. The hunger, the alarm, the deadline, the guilt, the claustrophobic walls pressing in. You have to get out now. Find the main power cables and tear them to silence the machine. Dude, no. You know exactly where to look. Your eyes lock onto the thick insulated cables. You jam your key against the ancient black shift of the main power cable, thing and twisting with all your might. It takes some effort, but the already damaged insulation soon tears with rubbery shriek, exposing the heavy copper within. Don't stop until it's dead. Insane. You grind the key, washing the live wires together. A torrent of sparks erupts, a fountain of angry, spitting gold, scalding your hands and raining down on your clothes, smelling of burnt metal and silent thunder. The shredded insulation, now a blackened, melting wound, begins to smoke. The toxic smell of charred plastic fills your lungs. A flame appears on the shredded insulation and begins to climb. The main building fire alarm soon joins the chorus, a deep, roaring well. The cabin becomes an oven. As your pores open, a stale stench permeates the air, and you remember again you haven't showered in a week. Gross. The smoke thickens into a solid, choking blackness. Your head spins, the world tilting on its axis as your lungs begin screaming for clean air. The last thing you register is a rhythmic pounding against the door and garbled shout. We have a man in here. He needs assistance. Dude. He's insane. We do have enough points for this. You would build a wall in your mind. Brick by brick, you keep the incident buried, but now the memory has shattered its way back to the surface. So this is our big thing I think we eventually have to go through. So we have to commit to this. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get to this, but we need to. Okay. We read part of it already. Dr. Vic's analysis of your dream was the key. His words recontextualize your entire breakdown. The pattern is now blindingly obvious, and you're left wondering how you ever mistook the deliberate self-sabotage for an accident. You should talk with him about this. So I think this is sort of like our main thing. I don't know how long it's going to take, but this is So I think whenever we start the loop again, we should take some time to go through this. I think it takes about 2 minutes or so to get through this process with Dr. Fink, but we should definitely keep this in our mind. I don't do this every time. I'll probably do this sometime because depending on what we have to do in the story itself. I wish this had triggered. Let me look at the map again. Where's Maxine? Okay, no. Unfortunately, we did not get information about this dude. I feel like we did. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. Let's check in. Like we did.
I understand, but the text said today.
Oh, I need the pamphlet. We're gonna take the pen. And then we need the pamphlet. Because we... Oh, we're gonna fail. Oh, success! Sorry for interrupting, but I'm in a bit of a hurry. Spread your hands and excuse me gesture. Looks at you at first.
Hey, listen,
ignores your plea,
I have to go now.
Perfect.
Oh, hello, Mr. Harrow. How are you? Are you ready to check in?
Let's ask her some information about Full Destiny. Why did the company come here out of all places? Oh, it has something to do with latitude and longitudes and being closer to space. A scientist from Destiny gave a lecture on this at town hall, but I wasn't that desperate. Whatever the case, it did make a difference. Their employees began moving in, new businesses opened, and overnight, Botwood's a vibrant place again. I mean, they mostly stick to themselves. Their kids don't go to our schools, but man, it is nice to see some new faces. You know any of them personally? I've met some of them, yeah, but I wouldn't say we're friends or anything like that. Far from it. I guess they consider us backwater locals or something. Do they employ locals? Sure, mostly low-paid work though, support logistics, maintenance, stuff like that. Still, the newcomers have to spend their money too, so a lot of new stores, bars, and restaurants have opened. Then there are space tourists. They are the worst, pestering everyone with questions like we're all part of some space theme park. And I'm open a bar that caters exclusively to them. Oh, what's the name of the place? The Cooper Belt? She rolls her eyes. Thanks, I hate it. Why would you have named it? I don't know. Takeoff Tavern? How about you? Big Bang Bar, Comet Cantina, Lunar Lounge, Intergalactic Inn, Satellite Saloon, Black Hole. Not Lunar Lounge. No. Exactly. What kind of projects are Cold Destiny working on? No idea. I don't care. Like at all. About all that space stuff. I know it's exciting to a lot of people, but it's all boring orbital mechanic this and transversal feed that to me. What I do know is that they plan to build a mine, I guess, on Mars, but only because all their workers won't stop talking about it like it's the most important thing in the world, more important than global crop failure. Don't we have plenty of mines right here on Earth? Maybe they want to plant some crops on Mars? Yeah, good luck with that. I do hope those plants thrive with no water and all the dust they can eat. Don't know, but whatever it is, they sure sacrifice many rockets trying to get there, so it must be very profitable. You know, the fields across the valley are littered with the debris from their rocket tests. We used to play a game as kids, betting on which rocket will explode above the valley and which would shoot into space. Man, I was so good at that. I guess almost everyone that exploded. Don't know how. I would just get this worm fitting in my belly and kind of know that it would shatter into a fireball. Something else I can do for you? taps her phone and blue light washes over her face. Oh, here's the dude. Suddenly, Jason enters the reception area and pushes the desk in front of
Very
you.
sorry to interrupt, but this is an emergency.
Oh, we get to listen in the conversation this time.
Robin, the Wi-Fi is not working in my room.
I'm really sorry. The whole motel's been without internet since Friday.
Since Friday? You've had no internet all weekend?
I know. The internet antenna just stopped working all of a sudden.
All right, no time to lose. Let me take a look at that antenna.
Oh, no need for that. A repair technician already came yesterday and fixed it. She said the internet should be back up today around noon.
But the day's already over.
I know. I just got off a call with customer support.
And?
Well, the first operator said this issue falls under another department and he could connect me to them, but since it's Sunday, probably no one will pick up. But since that's the only way, they put me on hold with that awful elevator music, and then...
Can we cut to the conclusion, please?
Rude.
I was just about to tell you. They said the case is still being processed, and I supposedly misheard the technician who must have said tomorrow or later.
So, no telling when it'll be back up.
That's right. Sorry.
This is absurd. Why is this happening now, of all times? I have a crucial online meeting at 8:35. Missing it is not an option. I absolutely need the internet.
Another timestamp to be punches off.
I'm very sorry about it.
After all these years, I finally got a shot at restoring the Rue River aquifer, and now I'll miss my only chance.
That's possible? I thought our Blackwater situation was one of those unsolvable problems.
No. We've had a process developed for 5 years already. Ever since then, the only thing missing is funding. And now that I've finally gotten the chance to pitch it to someone with both the resources and the interest to back it, everything's falling apart because of the broken internet antenna. That's my luck. I tripped at the finish line and lost the race at the last second.
No, come on! The race isn't over! We are not going to lose! I won't allow it!
You won't?
Of course not. If the future of my hometown hinges on this meeting, I won't let your defeatist attitude drag us down. The motel may be offline, but there's internet at the belt.
It's a different Robin than the one you're used to. There's fire in her, is steely resolved. She's got game. That's undeniable.
The motel may be offline, but there's internet at the belt.
The what?
The new bar my mother opened. It's a 5-minute drive to the north. Although right now there's a roadblock on the way.
New information.
But I don't even have a car.
Oh, right. Well, the good news is the roadblock won't be a problem then.
And the bad news?
You'll have to ride a bicycle there. And it looks like a storm is coming. You'll need a personalized card to use the bike. Here,
Oh, thank you.
Oh, sorry.
How do I use it?
just lean the card against the marked surface on the steering wheel and wait for the green light and buzzing sound. Oh, wait, take these noise-canceling headphones too. My mother is not in the best mood today, so it might get loud at the bar and can't have you getting distracted during the meeting.
Thank you. Let's hope I'll make it there in time. And their internet is working.
Don't worry. Drive carefully, and good luck.
So more information. Oh, spam call. I am tired of them. Oh. Oh, we did not.
Are you ready to check in now, Mr. Harrow?
Let's talk about Ben. There's a hint of panic in her voice. But why would you want to talk about my dad, Mr. Harrow? I want to discuss the possibility of a discount since I'll be staying here for a long time. Let's do the first one. Okay, that's definitely a managerial level decision. The trouble is he's not even here. Can I get his phone number then? Yeah, of course. Let me send it to you real quick. There, I have to be real honest with you about the discount, though. I'm not sure it can happen. Not a company policy, you see. Cool. Let me check in then.
All right then, let's get you into your room. So, number 6, the last one on the second floor. Everything is ready for you. And this is your key card. I knew it! Well, we've decided to modernize for a number of reasons. Exactly! And it was exhausting! And my dad didn't like the cost of replacing so many locks.
So it made sense to implement electronic locks.
How did you know? Oh, so yes, it cost us a lot to implement, but now when a guest loses their key, we only need to replace a piece of programmable plastic. How great is that? It makes my life so much easier.
Wonderful.
So, here's your key card, and I'll need your signature here.
Put the document on the counter. Found the document.
Thank you. I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
Thanks. Okay, we got a lot of information. Let's check out the map. So, Ben Fleming. We now have his phone number. You can now call him if you need anything from him. I don't know what I need anything yet from him. But we did get new information. I do want to check out the pamphlet somehow. Again, I feel like it's still about that stupid, whatever it's called. And we didn't doodle. We went doodle this time. That's fine. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna end the loop. What else new can we do? We could go south potentially. I wonder if we do that, or should we go back to... so it's north. Should we go to the gas station? Or should we go north? Let's go north, I feel like. Because I know Maxine had mentioned the guy. I know for a fact she did. And I need to know more information about what the guy was doing at the gas station. I'm adamant to find out. Oh, he just drove by. Did I not choose a gas station? Oh, I chose north. I thought I chose a gas station. We did. Well, we'll check this out anyway. Beware, and the rest is scrawled beyond recognition. So yeah, just beware. Okay. And what is this? The creek winds through the desert, its clear waters carving a deep passage through the stone, a testament to centuries of relentless erosion. Stepping up to the jagged overhang, you take a deep breath, the warm air mingling with the sun-scorched scent of the stone. The stream comes, inviting you to lighten the burden and share in its flow. Sure. It's gonna pee. Wow, it's yellow, very yellow. I think he needs to drink more water. You offer a fleeting tribute to the current, a warm trace of yourself to be carried down the stream, mingling with the wild and vanishing as swiftly as it came. Cool. I'm gonna go back in my car because this is not what I attended. This was the gas station. I'm gonna leave the north for tomorrow. I don't know if I have enough time to figure out that conversation. The graphics. When I'm moving, it's...
Well, consistency does count for something, even if it's consistently... chaotic. I don't think Alex could be anything else, even if he wanted to. As you said, brothers.
I want to check something.
Family is... yeah. It's definitely not.
Oh, come on, take the console. What's the reason?
What about you?
How?
I think what happens when you fix the camera.
Well, no, not like that. I mean,
bigger than...
I mean,
Yeah. Maybe that's...
yeah. Easier.
Hey, do you sell those little croissants?
Did I miss it? I think I missed it.
No.
$9.89.
Here.
I think I may have
Yeah.
missed the timing, but
Yeah.
No, I just hope we don't.
You...
Oh.
You know.
Wait, I just have to see it once more.
You're
that's just
probably
a
right.
careless
Thanks.
driver, which was the... We don't have much time, but
Welcome to Max Gas. You need some help getting gas in that city car yard? Is
no,
you
I
want
can't
some?
get more out of her. And that's fine. I had hoped to figure out more about that dude, because I know for sure there was a mention about there's a frame rate drop for some reason. I can go further south apparently. You know, I'm gonna go back to the motel and I'm gonna like hopefully by the time I go back delete things or something. And it only happens or it doesn't end, but I can end it by spending time doing something. It cannot to be able to interact with something. Have I ever slept? Time to see. Oh, let's check out the pamphlet and see if we get anything. Oh, no. Check available Wi-Fi connect. So there's a Wi-Fi network. That one guest network. Is there maybe a password for a second longer as if, but no lock? I think there might be a password we need. Okay. We have 3 minutes left. Do we think we have enough time? We have 2 minutes to go down and go ask for that password if she's still there. Is that the
How can I
Wi-Fi
help you,
password?
Mr. Harrow?
Oh, I'm sorry, in trouble, but I can assure we're working on it. And what about your staff network? Can you exactly get the password for it? Sure, but it won't do you much good. That one is also down for a minute. I'll select to have it if you don't mind. We'll make an exception since this is your first special case. It's rather, that's very long. Once again, we're terribly for inconvenient. Okay. Okay, sure, thanks. We got the password. Yay! Okay. Did we try it? Intuitive staff network success. It connects without protest, but once again, nothing your end technically, but the internet rings hollow. Another signal trap, and false promise. So eventually I feel like once, let's doodle until the time. Um, let's be efficient here. We have stuff to get done.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Okay. Well, we have this. Let's talk about ourselves for a second. I'm glad to hear that it's not uncommon for a first session to nudge people toward this kind of realization. However, I'd like you to hold on to that thought until tomorrow for our next session. Well, I can spare a couple of minutes very well. Tell me what's going on in your head. Dr. Fink, I've come to realize that I have a pattern of ignoring problems until they become critical. He nods, clearly satisfied. I appreciate you opening up about this, Miss Harrow. How long would you say this pattern has been governing your actions? After my partner left me, has been steadily evolving into something unbearable. I have no clue what this is. I can't pick that because this is stupid. I think it also did with my father. I'm not going to choose any of these because I don't know, but I'm going to put since the incident. So that's what we know. But wouldn't you say this pattern committed in the incident, not the other way around? Well, yeah, but if it wasn't for the incident, I would have never realized the pattern exists. A fair point. Sometimes we're going to see the water we are swimming in until it boils over. But now that we are acknowledging it, we can work together to understand it better and find ways to better address the problem you're experiencing. Now, discovering this mechanism is the first and crucial step towards overcoming it. It's a significant milestone, but on its own, it's merely cognition, which is not enough for us to overcome it. To do that, we will need willpower. And for that, in turn, we need hope. Otherwise, we remain stuck in a vicious loop of defeatism and apathy. Feeding each other in infinitum. The good news is you're not alone in having problems like these, and I've dealt with much worse cases during my career. So I know it is indeed possible for you to get better. But to move forward, I also need you to believe that it's possible. Stops exploring your expression. So how do you feel about it, Mr. Harrow? Wait, is he really asking you if you believe this lousy therapy can help you? So nosy, it will really help me to hear about those much worse cases you've dealt with. And decisive, I need more time to think about it. Cynical, sure, I'll try. He frowns. There is no try when it comes to hope. Well, I need more time to think about this. He smiles. It's not that complicated. Okay, I have to choose all of them. Your curiosity is admirable, Mr. Harrow. Sharing specific cases may be valuable in some context, but I want you to emphasize that every person's experiences is unique. Let's focus on you. All right. Yes, I believe it's possible for me to get better. You say the words, not even sure if you're telling the truth, but something strange happens. By saying it out loud, you realize you haven't even considered it may be possible to get better for a very long time. But you're considering it's possible. Doesn't that mean you do believe it's possible? That means it's possible that it's possible, but there may be a 1 in a million chance I'll get better. I hope it is. Wait, gain willpower. What does that mean? Oh, it's gonna tell me. Willpower, unlike inspiration, willpower is permanent. It is not spent, but committed. Once it is signed, intention is completed, the willpower is refunded and ready to use again. Also note that available inspiration that will be used before willpower. Also know that available inspiration will be used. So right now it's permanent. flickered out. The steady amber of your resolve remain. It glows until its work is done, then returns to you still warm and bright. Okay. So this is permanent. We have this until. That's great to hear, Mr. Harrow. Change won't happen overnight, but with determination and hope, you can make progress. As we continue our sessions, we'll work on replacing that reflex to hide and ignore things within you want to stop and to look clearly at what you've been carrying. Your willingness to address these issues is a significant step towards personal growth and well-being.
All right then. You should go and check in at the office.
All right, great progress. Look at us. Look at us go. Oh, I can take the pen here too. I think this is a bug. It says she either doesn't notice or I don't think that's supposed to happen here. Yeah, I think this is a bug. This is the first bug I've encountered actually. So let's. What are you doing? Completely lost. You have zero clue how to stop this loop, and it shows. Like a tsunami crashing in before you can breathe. The emotions surge, a flood of feelings overwhelming, and it's unstoppable. You need to act, something, anything to release the pressure building inside you. Sit down and bury your head in your hands. Breathe, stay calm, keep it together. Let's do that. Oh. Hey, are you all right? Like it or not, you've caught her attention. I didn't know it could be that hard seeing Dr. Fink. Was it something in particular? Something in particular? She's asking you if something special happened. No. Now you have to explain. You must explain it to her. I'm stuck in a time loop, or like a real time loop. Everything keeps repeating over and over. Who knows how many times? She opens her mouth to say something, but you're faster. The dam's broken and now it's all pouring out. It starts at exactly 8. Always the same. Still with me, Mr. Arrow, and it's driving me insane. Every time I leave Dr. Fink's office, you're banging on that damn machine, swearing because you need coffee. Robin harasses me with key cards and keep repeating the entire history of how those damn locks were installed. At 8:38, lightning struck and it jolts me in a little every single time. Exactly at 8:47, the sky explodes and everything resets. Tread carefully, like she's either studying you or mapping out an escape route. I think we have to go to everything anyway. Sounds like me, and if it sounds like me, then you're probably telling me some kind of truth, I guess. Yeah, that track. She does love her key cards. That's oddly specific. He nods slowly. So let me get this straight. The doctor greets you the same way. I bash the machine. Robin floods you with key cards. Lightning freaks you out. And then the sky catches fire. Did I miss anything? On top of it all, I crashed the car trying to leave this place and was seriously injured before the reset. That only happened once, dude. Okay. Glad your injuries are non-existent. Sounds like it was a serious mess. It was real. Even though everything reset, I still remember it. Memories, the one thing that never ever resets, and yet you would give anything if only they would. Look, I get that something weird must have happened. I mean, just looking at how you're reacting. Weird doesn't even begin to cover it, believe me. It's impossible to explain to someone who hasn't lived through it. Let's do this one. You pause, take a deep breath. The thought that all of this is for nothing starts to weigh on you, but you push through. Probably sound like nonsense to you. You don't believe any of it anyway. No, hold on. Now, hold on. Just because it sounds weird, and trust me, it doesn't mean it's impossible. I mean, the universe is full of strange and unexplainable shit. I don't know why that was a hard thing to say. What I'm trying to say is anything's possible these days. People colonizing other worlds, multiverses, temporal relativity. Is she a staff of like the science folks? What do I call it? The science folks. The rocket science people. Don't even get me started on what might hit you in space. And when you mention a time loop, a bunch of theories pop up. Cognitive feedback loop, strange radiation, a glitch in the simulation, and that's just off the top of my head. Yeah, she's definitely, you know, related to them. It's an idea that trauma or extreme stress can trigger a neurological echo. It can create the sensation that time is repeating. But hey, that's Dr. Fink's territory, not mine. I try not to meddle in that kind of stuff. It started after I got to Rue Valley. All right, just forget what I said, please. No, I want to know more. Anyway, we can go back and forth all day about causes and effects, but what you really need is proof, solid evidence that this time loop you're talking about is real. Or to put it in a nice little jingle, you can talk the talk, but can you prove the proof? How am I supposed to prove a time loop from inside a time loop? Everything resets. Okay, fair, but maybe start by figuring out what's actually going on. Then show it to me, for example. Prove that you already know what's going to happen before it does. You know, like in those movies where the person memorizes every little moment and suddenly knows what everyone is about to do. What would be that kind of evidence? Well, I'll at least consider it. That's a start. That's just an idea, though. I'm sure you'll come up with other ways to prove it. You're the one living through it after all. We should look at the time. I gotta run. Good luck with the evidence. Or to end this in the spirit of our little chat, see you in the next loop. Okay. She has to leave by 8:08. So we've got a new one. And we have multiple ones at the same time. Is this done? I guess this is done. We did this. Cool. Okay, so your self-acknowledgement was the result. And then we got a new one. Can you prove that you're in a time loop? It seems that she was not that skeptical about your event, about the time loop. With a bit of effort, you might be able to convince her. We'll commit to that. You're still hung up on that time loop confession and the way she reacted to it, aren't you? Yeah. She's the only one here who has given any thought to your demise. Did we talk? We didn't talk to Robin about it, I believe. Not like Maxine. Not like any one of them. So the one person who actually bothered to listen to you. Riley's the only one who might believe you about the time loop. If you could just find a way to prove it to her, how would I even prove something like that? Let's consider. Maybe I can show that I know stuff, things only she was supposed to know. Maybe I can show her something that never changes, no matter the loop. Maybe I could speak her words before they even leave her lips. Huh. I guess this, because we know what's about to happen. I guess this. Well, good luck with fighting something like that. Oh, maybe we'll go to all of them. That's gonna be real though. You've only got 47 minutes and she's always on the move. How do you get someone to open up? Okay. Wow, creepy much. Hard to tell if she's gonna bolt or just deck you. And let's face it, she packs a punch. That's all well and good, but you'll need some kind of actual proof. Something you can show her that makes sense in her world. The scientist. She did suggest you try and figure out everything happening in the loop. So why not just do that? Sure, I could map out what her facts are, specifically how those 47 minutes actually unfold. To do it, track some key details and lay them out for her, minus the stalker vibe. Should I have a presentation for her? That would give her PowerPoint a whole new meaning, but no. How about something more low-key, like a plain old paper line with key details and events? 4 events ought to cover it all. Exactly. I'll just write down 5 standout events. Perhaps I can record 3 remarkable events. I might be able to list 2 remarkable events. What if I describe one noteworthy event in full detail? Does it matter Like, I don't know how many events will take place. Like, how am I supposed to know? Like, I'm confused. I don't even know what has happened so far in the entire loop. Like, what has taken place? Only conversation. We know of one. Well, we know of the car crash, right? But no one has witnessed except for me. We know, but the video, Maxine also knows the video. Yeah. Someone vanishes at 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. And then what else happens that we know of? We know Jason leaves to head out on a bicycle north. But are those events? Like, I don't understand. Like, oh, does it matter? Like, does it really matter how many I pick? I feel like 3 should cover it. So you need 3 events from within 47 minutes, and then what? You give it to her when? I think at the other loop makes sense. Because just before the loops wraps up doesn't make sense. So you gather 3 events, write them down, and then hand them to Riley at the start of the loop. Sounds like a plan. Then at the end of the loop, we meet, we go through the list together, and poof. The proof. Now, which moments will qualify as important or telling? I have yet to find that, which means I gotta follow her. Creepy, absolutely, without a doubt. I don't know if that was a correct order though, because like just before the loop ends, but then the loop, like it starts, you know, like would I have enough time to do anything about it? I don't know. So we need to just watch her from afar, pick a bench or something. We need to follow her essentially. So we know she heads to the gas station. So we're not going to check in. We're just going to follow her. Go to the gas station. We're stalking her apparently. Is her, oh, that's her bike. Right there. Okay. There's a bench right here. Okay. Other than the woman refilling her bike, you don't notice anything of importance. But wait, when did she arrive? Wasn't she at the motel? Yeah. Yes, but I didn't see when she left. You should definitely check that in the future. Whatever, let's see what she does next. The night she's almost done. That damn phone is ridiculous, I swear. She left the bike outside the shop. Outside and went to the shop. At exactly 8:16. Good to know. Nevertheless, she is now inside the shop. Let's see what happens now. You missed when the woman arrived at the gas station, but you saw she entered the shop at 8:16. But when does she leave? Why do I feel like a stalker? Remember, you are doing this for information that might help you with the time loop. For that reason only. That phone. I think we need to. I think we need to head to the gas station as soon as we're done speaking with Dr. Fink the next day. If I remember correctly, the rain is about to stop. You should be leaving now. Oh, they lose power or something? There is a power cut at 8:38. He heads out at 8:38. Just after the thunder, she left the shop and drove south. Get up. We are gonna also get in the car and drive south. What happened? He literally stalking her. You have 7 minutes left. So her bike is here. Bike is also be around. Nope, there she is. Monument, it means something to her. The moment feels heavy. Like there's a force field of emotion protecting her from anybody's presence. Glance at the monument. Monument makes you feel strange, out of the time and very small, as if a century rolled over you and left you in the dust. There's a plaque at the base of it. In white block letters, it reads, in memory of the Guiding Light mission, Prue, who tragically died on September 28, 2025. Three names follow, each with a brief epitaph. Read the first name, Rose Wolf, Mission Specialist. 1984, 2025, always in our hearts. Second name, Mark Hobb, Mission Specialist. 1980, beloved father, husband and son. Judy Resnick, Mission Commander. 1981, beloved daughter and wife. Beneath the names, the text follows. Cold Destiny remains steadfast in its ideal to send people to explore new worlds, to leap into the unknown, and carry human life beyond its grotto. You're part of that journey now and forever. Your sacrifices are the unwanted but necessary first steps, and if humanity is to keep our cradle from becoming our grave. On behalf of the company, our loved ones, and all humanity, we salute you. At the bottom, a typed name and a scrolled signature stand out. Isabel Watson's. So, the CEO signed the monument. The whole thing reads like a press release. One more signature hardly changes the tone. Time to move on. We need this. It doesn't seem anything much will happen to her. Better come to the grave earlier and wait for her to arrive. I don't think I should speak to her. So I think we should leave. There's something. Riley enters the gas station at 8:16. Just as they're inside, she leaves the gas station at 8:38. So in the next time loop, I'm gonna head, as I speak with Dr. Fink, I'm gonna head to the gas station, wait for her to arrive, and then as soon as she arrives, I'm gonna head to the cemetery to wait for her to arrive. Her little mishap with the bike at the gas station is completely accidental and memorable. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. Oop. Always do that. I think there's a bench right here. I think that's what we do, is wait for her here. I think by the time we drive back, I think the loop should
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
We can get done in 2 minutes. Let's see if we can get some information about Cole Destiny. Of course we can, Mr. Taught by surprise, our interest is perfectly natural and understandable, seeing as their star base is one right here in Rue Valley. As part of my full disclosure policy, I have to tell you I've worked there for a number of years, but can't talk much about my work or my time there. Courtesy of a folder full of NDAs I had to sign, so with that limitation, what do you want to know? You can't tell me any rumors from your time there? I'm afraid not, Mr. Harrow. The NDAs I've signed, that's a typo, are comprehensive and enforced by the entirety of Cole Destiny legal machinery. That's all I can and will say on the matter. So what can you tell me about your work there? Mainly, I conducted research on how to combat isolation during prolonged space flights and how to handle stress caused by communal living and restricted quarters. Still, there was some practical work as well. Session and consultation with the astronauts and the science staff, and that's the extent of what I can share with you. How far away from here is the Starbase one? About an hour or so away from here if you're a 5 driver, hour and a half if you take the company's shuttle. What exactly are they working on there? Oh, many different things, from new rocket propulsion systems to water shielding and the contamination, regenerative agriculture and soil enrichment, effects of limited space, living space. But it's all public available information, and I can't tell you anything that you couldn't have found yourself.
Any other questions?
Nope, I have to go. It's 8:02, so let's head out. Cool. Beginning in a car. I want to get there before shut to the gas station.
I'll break you open if I have to.
We're gonna wait. Yep, she's gonna arrive. So it arrives. You're used to yelling. Okay. Let's see if some drama will emerge. Let's see what happens. 809, 810. She should be here. In the distance, you hear a motorcycle engine. It's the woman from the motel, the one making on that power vending machine. Better make a mental note for that. Who knows when you'll need it. It's also worth checking when she leaves the motel. So that means we should also wait at the motel for her, I'm assuming. See when she leaves. At 8:14, she arrives at the gas station to refuel the bike. So we should, I think there's a bench somewhere. Oh, I always do that. I'm gonna see if there's like an early interaction if I'm here early. Is there anything?
Welcome
I
to
can
Max
do?
Gas. You need some help getting?
Nope, there's nothing. Okay. And then I think this is gonna be a short loop because our goal is to learn. For some reason, every time in this area, there is a frame rate drop. I don't know why. Okay, this thing. Damn call. I'm sure at some point it will like make sense. I think she'll get here like beyond, like, I don't know. We should explore this area at some point, but not today. We're on a mission. But you know the woman is about to arrive at some point, alive and well. So let's wait and see. We're on a mission. It will be, yeah, after 8:38 at some point. So between 8:30 and 8:40. Well, beyond 8:42.
Fuck's
It
sake.
steps off her back right into a puddle.
Today?
Hey. Hmm. Or should I say, can you imagine she continue ignoring you completely? Get up. Eight 43 she arrives. So one thing we're missing is the time she leaves. That's what we're currently missing. The time she leaves. Let's see if there's anything else we need to do. So the only thing we need to check next is the time she leaves the motel. I keep on saying the hotel, but it's a motel, obviously. So we'll end this loop and then motel time. I think I'm gonna end this loop once we're done with her investigation, hopefully. Because that will be for, I think. We would have.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Did we explore? Because we know she hasn't left yet. Did we explore the other thing, which was this? I'm trapped in a time loop.
I see.
Oh, for the little gray box. Well, ain't that the smartest thing to say to a psychotherapist at the end of your first session? He's probably going to draft your certificate of sanity right now. He gives a concerned look and start to scribble something in his notebook. You're pretty sure that he wrote down the word crazy at least once. You don't understand this time loop is real. The next 47 are repeating over and over again. You'd think I'm crazy. He scribbles a few words.
All right. And how does that make you feel?
I'm crazy. Yes.
Of course not. I'm just keeping notes so we can be on track in our next sessions.
Well, Riley had mentioned that he was the best person to talk to.
For which I think you could use a good night's rest. You should go and check in at the office. Your room is probably ready by now.
Oh, that was longer this time around talking about that. But we got it off. So where can we sit? There was a bench. Is that a good place to sit though? Can we see her from here? I'm concerned. Maybe we can see her. I guess the road is right there. Okay. Let's see if we can see her. 8:05. The sun is on the horizon. They heard of her clanking sound and pour of a new machine. Keep waiting. 8:07. Time passes, but after a minute or two, you notice. The woman seems to have lost the battle with the vending machine. She left the motel and drove south, which is to be expected. You saw her at the gas station in previous loops. Wait until something interesting happens. What you're doing now is exploration in 4 dimension, and you're doing good. You're pretty certain you know everything that happened before this moment. Keep it all in your mind. The woman leaves the vending machine. At 8:08 p.m., the man from room 5 entered the reception area at 8:12 p.m. Let's see what happened next. Soon after, you hear the familiar sound of the reception area door. Oh, that damn phone. Jason leaves the reception area, hops on his bicycle, and heads north. He was in a hurry. Where is he going? Right now, you are certain that the timeline of this location is mapped out in your head. All except the last part, the moment you've remembered since before you even realize you're in a time loop. What does that mean? Oh, is it the car? Right, we don't know when the driver comes. Because there's a crash. As the thunder subsides, you realize how with every passing loop, it seems to startle you as your body is getting used to it. But suddenly a feeling that something is missing takes hold of you. The parking lot somehow seemed calmer and emptier. Try to replay that first time you witnessed the loudest thunder in your mind. Right, so you left your room to find something to drink in. The careless driver was here just before the thunder. An eerie sensation creeps up on you. You haven't seen him since the first loop, and he mysteriously disappeared from the gas station somehow. A slew of questions surround you like a swarm of bees. Why is he not back in his place like everything else? Could he be aware of the time as well? What could it be? Okay. So many questions, but one thing seems certain. Somehow he's special. We have to think. Frank did not show up again. Somehow he defies the loop. Somehow he's special. Riley leaves the motel at 8 p.m. So we have a temp for her. We've got 3 memorable moments that happened to her. Now it's time to create the proof. Next, the time the loop starts, be sure to write them down and give them to her. So the time is about to happen. I think we can let's just head to the office and let that happen in there. Is there anything for Riley?
Are you ready to check in now, Mr. Harrow?
For Frank? You know Uncle Frank? Yeah, but I didn't know he's your uncle. Well,
Again? Just a few days ago, he crashed into a street lamp near the shuttle stop. He's so reckless. But, you know, he and my dad go way back, so
drugs.
I guess that's also why he lets him stay at the motel for free.
Oh, he's a resident here. So he's staying right here?
Yep, right here.
Her eyebrows raised, she points down as well.
In fact, he's been living here for the last 2 years. Dad says he's a good man that fell on some hard times. I want to believe it, but I don't see it. So, why are you asking about him?
Not at the gas station, and I need a mechanic.
Oh, all right. His room is number 1, but I don't see his pickup outside, so he's probably not in there.
Okay, I'm ready to check in.
All right then, let's get you into your room. So, number 6, the last one on the 2nd floor. Everything is ready for you. And this is your key card. Wow.
She exclaimed with a surprise on her face. As your eyes meet, you can clearly see that her wish to share the story about Patrick Lux
All right.
fades away.
I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay, I guess.
We did it too fast. Okay, so we learned something new. It's about Frank. He's staying at the motel in room 1. Should we check out what that room is? Knock. Frank, I know you're in there. The only answer you get is full-fledged silence. Drain your ears for any hint of life behind that door. The silence only deepens following the room beyond the door. I just want to talk, Frank, nothing more. Even if he's in there, he clearly doesn't want to engage. Ignoring me will solve nothing, Frank. No response, not a single peep. Maybe he's pondering my words. Maybe he's just not there at all. Knock on the door longer, harder. Just give up. We got something. Enter. Oh. He's staying at the motel in room 1, but it seems he is either not there or he won't open up. Plus, the room is locked. So, and we have another intention. Frank is either not in his room or he won't get up. Perhaps you could try to enter his room somehow. We won't commit to this one right now. We'll hold that for the next game, the next gameplay. So we are gonna we're gonna finish this time loop to prove. I want to know what happens, and I'm sure you also want to know what happens. We're just gonna finish this here. Can I just do that to finish the time loop? I think you can do that. It's just a couple minutes. Time is relative. It flies when you're having fun, but lately for you, it's dude. You have 2 minutes left. It's just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay. There we go. Moment of truth.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Can I borrow some paper and pen for a second?
That's an unusual request. May I ask what you need it for?
I just remember something important and don't want to lose it.
Understood. Here you go.
Time to map out Riley's evening by evening. The vending machine splashes her before she leaves. The vending machine splash. This is wrong. This is correct. She steps in the puddle at the graveyard. These are wrong. Oh. This happens? I didn't know this happened.
Writing these things down is wise. People overestimate how much detail they'll remember. That goes hand in hand with our tendency to fill the gaps in memory.
Okay, dude, I don't guess. I don't remember that's what happened though. At least I didn't pay attention to that.
Just to remind you, if any questions arise, jot them down or ask when you finish.
Yeah, I'm not paying attention to what he's.
Of course. If all is clear, we might as well wrap it up here and continue our talk tomorrow.
Absolutely.
See you tomorrow then.
Okay. Outside the scene is all too familiar. Time to start tonight's show, and with luck, change Riley's world, at least for one loop. Do the combo. Let's go.
I'm sorry. Who are you again? Have we met?
Yes and no, it's complicated. Well, I should read it. We are stuck in a time loop. Me, you, everyone. We've talked about it before, but you never remember. Our gaze feels like a scanner searching for a punchline or a pickup line. You forget because everything resets. Everyone except me. You once brainstorm what might be causing it.
Well, that would explain a few of the things you're saying. But a time loop? Real. Sounds like me. Always looking for answers. Even crazy ones.
You asked me for proof.
Especially crazy ones.
I'm sorry, I went too fast. You asked me for proof. Voila, here it is. Hand her the folded up note. He hesitates, half intrigued, half baffled, but finally embraces the offer. Open it exactly 40 minutes from now. Read it and it will make sense. It will all make sense.
All right. 40 minutes on the dot.
Continue.
Wait, how will I reach you once I read it?
Don't worry, I'll find you. Just keep the paper safe. I'll take care of the rest.
Okay. Talk to you in 40 minutes.
Your part is done. All that's left is to wait for her at the graveyard. So that's where we're headed, and we'll just pass the time. It won't just keep cool.
For fuck's sake, is there any part of me that won't get soaked today?
This is the last time, I promise. She turns toward you, surprised at first and narrowing her eyes as suspicion creeps in.
You again? What, have you been following me around or something?
I already knew where you'd be. Time loop proof on the piece of paper, remember?
Right. I should read it in 40 minutes, if I remember correctly. Let me find it.
My question is, though, does it matter? Tomorrow she won't remember, though. Will she? She starts patting down her pockets, eyes never leaving you. Understandable, it's nighttime, and you're both standing at the entrance to a graveyard. Not exactly the most comfortable place to chat with a complete stranger. I hope she doesn't lose it in the process. It's a good thing she didn't read it up front. Now that would be a punchline for the ages. You go through all the trouble of fighting undeniable proof and getting to her at the exact right moment, only for her to misplace it like a reset.
Here it is. Let me just read it real quick. I swear, if this turns out to be some kind of prank camera thing, I'm really not in the mood.
She starts reading at first casually, almost dismissively, but slowly it pulls her in enough to make her forget to keep an eye on you.
Finally, you step into a puddle as you get off your bike at the graveyard. Time 2043. That's either a string of lucky guesses, or you're seriously onto something here.
Well, you mentioned proof once before in another loop, so I made some. I know it took me a while to piece it all together too. She looks at the paper, then at you, then back again. It looks like she's weighing the truth in her hand, measuring the weight of the evidence.
Okay, let's say that this is enough proof. And I believe your idea that we're in a time loop. What now?
Honestly, I hadn't thought of that. I didn't think you'd accept the idea at all.
Sometimes we focus so much on proving something that we forget why we do it. Again, let's say I believe you.
That was my question too, just now.
The question still stands. What now?
Nothing can be done. The loop resets in a few minutes. We'll be right back at 8 p.m. We can try to figure out why it's happening. I was hoping it would be different this time with you knowing about it.
In a couple of minutes? If you haven't figured it out by now, I doubt we'll make any progress. Funny though. I mean, if you're right, it means I never actually leave Rue Valley.
You're leaving?
Yeah. Time to start over. Somewhere as far from here as possible.
That's new information.
It wasn't easy, reaching that point and acting on it. Believe me. This place holds so many memories.
Silence settles between you, not the comfortable kind, but the kind that hollows out a conversation, like air leaking from a balloon, one memory at a time. Why are you leaving?
A bunch of reasons. Mostly personal. Let's just say it's not the kind of story you unpack in a few minutes. Especially not with a stranger at the entrance of a graveyard in the middle of the night.
Great point.
Still, it just kind of hit me. I'm really gonna miss this place.
Technically, you're not because we're in a time loop.
Not everything, of course. Just the small things. The ones you don't even notice until they're gone. Until they leave this quiet ache behind. Let's start with the motel, where we met. Well, first off, that vending machine. Believe it or not, it kind of grew on me. Even if it acts up now and then, it's part of the charm. And the motel's not complete without Robin. I've known her since she was just a kid, always running around with that huge grin, buzzing with the energy of a protostar.
I'll pick the machine.
Don't get me started on those locks, or Robin's endless talk about them. I mean, I get it, but her positivity can be a lot sometimes. Still, I know I'll miss it. I'll miss her and those damn locks. And there's Ben, too. He's been a father figure to me. He was there during the hardest times, along with my brother.
Ben, Robin's father?
The one and only. When my brother and I were left on our own, we needed a home. And something as close to a family as we could get. Ben gave us both. Asked for nothing in return. I couldn't exactly call him Dad, so we settled on Uncle Ben. He's been that to me ever since. I miss him already.
The smile on her face fades as a different memory
Aunt
surfaces.
Anita's house rules. I'm not sure which is more stupid. The ones at the motel or the ones in the bar. Goes hand in hand with her strutting around in outfits like she's presiding over some grand court, reminding the rest of us mortals not to bother her.
We haven't met her yet because we haven't headed there, so I don't know. He has a hat, I guess.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm gonna miss every one of those ridiculous hats. All the rules. And her, I guess.
The smile returns, but it's different now. Warmer, hinge with something unspoken. It's 8:46, 1 minute left.
Ah, Travis's cocktails. He makes a mean Nebula nectar. I get wasted on it every Friday night out with the crew.
Yes, I know my next order there.
It was a special reserved for Coral Destiny employees. He'd make a whole bowl of it with long straws, chunks of fruit. It was a party in a glass. I'll miss those nights. Sitting at the bar, talking with him. He can be surprisingly deep when he decides to share.
So let's come back, but this time it's heavier. She's wearing something.
What's your favorite small thing so far? I mean, you've been here for ages, technically, according to what you said.
We don't have. So Anita house rules. I mean, the dancing one was funny. Maxine's accent. Cole, Destiny's leaflet. Stay with me, Mr. Harrow. That's the first thing Dr. Harrow says to me. Every loop starts with that. Robin Fleming. Robin's talk with the internet operator. Maybe Maxine accent, I think.
It's one of a kind. Takes a while to get used to, but it grows on you. Feels like she wouldn't be whole without it. Oh, I'm definitely gonna miss that.
Let's say the house rules.
You too? She's obsessed with those. Gave my ex-colleagues a lecture in a bar once because they asked for extra napkins.
I want to know. I want us to get to a point like what to do next because it's gonna be 8:47 soon.
Damn, I think I already miss it. With all that, I'd say you're becoming a Rue Valleyan. Slowly but surely. Just don't say that in front of the case. Some of them, we're all aliens one way or another.
In the north, the sky begins to take on the color of fire, slowly but surely, like lava spilling from a freshly erupted volcano.
The rocket launch. Last one I'll ever see. I guess this is it. We won't be seeing each other again.
We will, but it will feel like we haven't.
Whatever the case, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thanks for keeping me company while I walk through my memories. For what it's worth, I really do hope you're wrong. Sure would hate to stay here after saying goodbye to everything. And almost everyone.
Looks like you're searching your face for a spark, something that says it's just a joke or gotcha. Stay silent. The silence doesn't last long. The world blooms into a ball of fire. Cat turns to her face before it happens. Fearless of what hit me, you go. Some more truths are on your mind. No one leaves this place, not the ones who want to, nor the ones who need to. You're all mice, trapped in an ever-spinning wheel, chasing broken dreams and false hopes. Somehow, it hurts even more with Friday by your side, especially knowing you'll see her again, oblivious to it all.